Did the FBI spy on the Trump campaign?
No.
Do you stand by your House testimony of March 20th that there was no surveillance of the Trump campaign that you're aware of?
Correct.
The surveillance of Carter Page continued even as the FBI gathered information that weakened the assessment of probable cause and made the Fisa applications less accurate.
Mr. Papadopoulos, he was actually being surveilled by the FBI, is that correct?
If you're talking about the confidential human source operations, yes.
Comey refused to sign back up for his security clearance and therefore couldn't be questioned about classified matters.
Comey, lies and leaks. He's a liar and he's a leaker, but we're going to straighten it out. It's going to get straightened out.
Does your report vindicate Mr. Comey?
It doesn't vindicate anyone at the FBI who touched this, including the leadership.
Does it vindicate Mr. McCabe?
Same answer.
A lawyer at the FBI creates fraudulent evidence, alters an email. That is in turn used as the basis for a sworn statement to the court that the court relies on. Am I stating that accurately?
That's correct.
Is it kind of off the charts bad?
It's pretty bad.
DOJ and the FBI didn't inform the FISA court that this was being paid for by the DNC and the Hillary Clinton campaign. Is that right?
That's not in any of the FISA applications.
So they didn't tell the court that.
Christopher Steele, is it fair to say that he had a political bias against Donald Trump?
Given who he was paid for, there was a bias that needed to be disclosed to the court.
Does it seem that he personally had a bias, not just because he's on the payroll of the Democratic Party, but he...
Well, we found in the course of this and heard from Mr. Orr about his comment to him that he was desperate to prevent Mr. Trump's election.
They sent spies to record senior members of the campaign in the middle of a presidential campaign when that candidate was the nominee for the other major party that was the opposing party to the one in power. Is that right?
They send confidential human sources in to do those. It's fair for people to sit there and look at all of these 17 events and wonder how it could be purely incompetence.
It was the dossier funded by Democrats that really fueled this investigation.
The dossier was part of that, but was not all of it or a critical part of it.
The FISA applications relied entirely on information from the Steele primary subsources reporting.
We most certainly should be investigating the FISA abuses. They went before a judge with no defense attorney, and they didn't present all the evidence.
I think the notion that FISA was abused here is nonsense.
We concluded that investigators did not give appropriate consideration or attention to facts that cut against probable cause.
We also see the misrepresentation of information before the FISA court, which would violate Wood's procedures.
I have total confidence that the FISA process was followed.
The agents did not follow or even appear to know certain basic requirements in the Woods procedures.
If that IG report was in any way vindicating of Jim Comey, then the Bible vindicated Judas.
Has now come on my show, and he has proven that he wants to be in touch with the people. And there's a lot of folks that are running right now in New York City, and I've actually interviewed both folks that are running for the mayoral races. I've interviewed a lot of candidates and incumbents. This is where it comes to, guys. We want to see who's going to be in office. Our country is faced right now with the biggest challenge, I think, in the history. There's too many things that are happening. We have to put our faith in God first. I'm not ashamed to say it. I have my faith in God, country, family, and I support President Donald J. Trump. I pray for him. He has an intercessory prayer team that is praying for him. If you guys were able to watch on Phoenix, Arizona, and he had a team of people praying for him. Dr. King, the niece of the late Dr. Martin Luther King, and also Franklin Graham. Dr. Franklin Graham also was there praying. They said we need to be united as a country.